why war doesn't immediately send gold higher. Many investors think war automatically raises the gold price, but that's not actually how it works. According to macro investor Luke Gromen, gold doesn't react to war. It reacts to what central banks do because of war. Here's the chain reaction. War breaks out, governments spend massively, and deficits explode. Now central banks have a problem. They can't let interest rates rise too much. This would result in the system breaking under the debt. So what do? They step in, add liquidity, and expand the money supply. But here's the part most people miss. At first, war pushes oil higher, which drives inflation, which keeps the central bank's monetary policy tight. So gold might actually stall or even drop early on. The real move happens later. When markets realize that central banks have to ease and the money supply starts expanding, that's when gold tends to break out in a big way. So the takeaway is simple. War doesn't drive gold. The resulting monetary inflation does. Phase 1. War breaks out and central banks are forced to respond. When global conflict escalates, governments inevitably increase spending on defense, energy security, supply chains, and alliances to provide aid. This creates large fiscal deficits. According to Gromen, central banks don't operate independently in these scenarios. They are effectively forced to keep interest rates from rising too much, ensure government debt remains fundable, and maintain financial system stability. This often leads to direct or indirect debt monetization, balance sheet expansion, and liquidity injections. Phase 2. Money supply expands. This is the key pivot. War leads to deficits, then monetization and the resulting money printing. Even if not explicit quantitative easing, it can show up as yield curve control, the creation of bank liquidity programs, or treasury issuance. Phase 3. Downstream inflation effects. This creates 2 layers of inflation. 1. Immediate inflation due to supply shock. Oil spikes. Commodity prices rise. Input costs increase. This is oil-driven inflation, often bad for gold in the short term. 2. Secondary inflation due to monetary inflation. Currency supply expands. Real purchasing power declines. Confidence in fiat weakens. This is monetary inflation, which is very bullish for gold. Gold's role and timeline of gold reaction. Gold doesn't respond to the war itself. It responds to the policy response to the war. Phase 1. Shock. War begins. Oil spikes. Interest rate expectations rise. Gold is volatile and mixed. Phase 2. Policy constraint. Governments can't afford high rates. Financial stress builds. Intervention. Liquidity support. Gold starts to stabilize. Phase 3. Monetary expansion. Central banks ease, explicitly or implicitly. Money supply grows. Gold enters a strong, sustained rally. Gold is driven by real rates, liquidity, and macro response, not just geopolitics. Gromen's view is essentially the endgame of that logic. Geopolitics forces policy. Policy drives liquidity. Liquidity drives gold. I just want to briefly interrupt this video to thank you for supporting this channel. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy this video content. It really does make a difference. Also, a quick mention to one of this channel's sponsors, Augusta Precious Metals. With over a decade in the industry, Augusta is one of the leading gold investing companies for trust, customer empowerment, and prices. The company provides investment account, rollover services to tax-advantaged gold IRAs, as well as a unique educational webinar and resources for their customers, helping beginning and experienced investors protect their retirement wealth with confidence. To learn more about Augusta Precious Metals, see the link in the video description to visit Augusta's official site to receive a free investing guide. Also, check out our video review of Augusta Precious Metals by clicking the link in the top right of the screen. Now back to the video. The tie to the gold-oil ratio, a critical connection. This is where it all clicks. Early war phase. Oil rises in price. Gold rises, but not as much as oil. The ratio falls. Gold appears weak. Later phase. Money supply rises. Real interest rates are down. Gold increases. Oil stabilizes or falls. Then the gold-oil ratio rises and a true gold bull phase begins. Gromen's big macro bet. If you condense his view, the US and global systems cannot sustain high debt, high rates, and geopolitical conflict. Something has to give. And that something is currency value declines due to money supply expansion. Again, war and global conflicts don't just create inflation, it forces the system to print, and that's when gold really moves. To take advantage of the volatility of gold and silver before their eventual steady resurgence, see the links in the video description to find the best gold investing company that suits your needs. Thank you for watching.